Okay, cool. So, what do you do different this time around if you're Phoenix?
Well, first I stopped the introduction music. If you're Phoenix this time, more reliable top lane. We have Prowler hating on saying Phoenix rising from the ashes. So, I guess for his sake, we'll stop saying that. But yeah, I take a more reliable top lane. I buy items on Ashe. I make sure to focus better. Because, I mean, there were some strange positional misplays where we had things like Alonzi running in the wrong base. Obviously, he wasn't running in the wrong base, but he could have gone one way and he went another and got himself killed. So just little mistakes like that, I think, would have been easier to avoid doing. Awareness of where the mid lane is. We saw Truffle repeatedly rotate and pick up kills, mostly in the top lane. And on 9 Live's side, pick Gangplank if he's so good.
True.
But,
I mean, then again, he did fine on Rise, so
well, clearly, because we get that first ban. But yeah, so what would you add on to that then? I mean, you're Phoenix, you're trying to come back and win a game. Big wink at Prowler for not saying the lines. What are you focusing on?
I think that you focus on priority, because last game, and they're doing it now again, Yumi, I feel like they're going to put a lot of effort into banning out the bot lane, and I don't think that's really where they should be putting a lot of their priority. I think you focus one of the other lanes so that they can get ahead, make it to where Brandana can beat Relexus, make it to where Odin can beat Truffle, easily.
Well, they're leaving Gangplank up again, so we'll see. The Lucian ban as well, so that's not something that 9 Lives will be able to pick up right away. Are we going to have a first pick on the Ashe again? Different ADC maybe? Grab Caitlyn. Warwick first pick, alright. I thought the Nunu did well. Had some of that durability that they should have had more of. Tanks win again, by the way. That's another thing we should keep track of. We keep track of skins, we should keep track of tank wins. Just for me. I mean, obviously, Alonzi likes Warwick, that's no question. There he is!
We shall see
right.
how he does.
The man, the myth, the legend. This is Relexus' entire reputation is on the line for this game. Oh, do it. Do it. You coward, do it. Coward. Coward. No balls. Not at all. Disappointing. 0 out of 10, I hope you lose. But we got the Rakan again, so Rakan very popular in this particular week. Burn the Heretic. Why did they give Gangplank? Because they're too scared of Morgana, Yumi, and Rise. Maybe should have picked the Morgana first and then grabbed the Warwick or something. Ooh, but we do get Great Beard of Odin on the Yone. Man, we got all the picks here. These are some great picks. We got Comfort pick Warwick. We got Great Beard of Odin on the Style Machine. Alleged Style Machine. I'm not going to say anything about 9 Lives until they decide who they're picking there. Going into the Swain. Alright. So
I do like Xayah Rakan bot lane though. They're fun to watch together.
right, absolutely. I was kind of hoping they would do that. That's why I wasn't going to say anything, because I don't want my soul crushed again. It would have been cute seeing the Aurelion Soul. But instead we have more than likely Swain mid, since Rakan's support, Gangplank's top. So I'm going to assume it's Swain mid. Pyke ban is interesting. You played Pyke once during the gym class feeders, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Alright, so both Ashe and Caitlyn and Lucian are banned. So Ezreal, who's the Jhin? We're gonna have Ezreal Jhin. Those are the only two ADCs left that are
Worth anything?
Yeah.
General Wally also did play a lot of Ezreal during the scrim games, so.
Yeah, the confusion about the Ashe ban, I don't disagree about, unless Wally had no interest in playing Ashe.
I still don't know. I kind of agree. I don't know if that's something that you ban. Like, Ashe has picked a whole lot, but I think that's mostly because of her ability to impact team fights so much. I don't think it's because Ashe herself is that overpowered. I think she's a good-ish ADC right now with the current crap ADC meta with a great ultimate.
Alright, so we have Misfortune, Nautilus, Bot. These guys almost all picked in order. Only the Rumble and Warwick are out of position. That's funny. Alright, so last pick is the ADC. It looks like they are going the Xayah. So we have Burn the Heretic saying Ashe beat Xayah pretty hard. So that could explain the ban. Infinite's aggressive typing.
Sorry, my keyboard is so loud it's obnoxious sometimes.
Alright, so I mean I'm very excited for 9 Lives' lineup here. I like Swain. We want to see what this Gangplank is all about. And Xayah and Rakan is always fun.
Yeah, the fact that they just work better together. Very cool concept. I'm glad League came out with. Much better idea than Yuumi.
And then on the other side, we have lots of people in chat also talking about the mismatch that we have going on with this team lineup from Phoenix. We got Yone, Warwick, Rumble, Misfortune, Nautilus. We have a prediction that Modric is going to wreck with Misfortune out of LCUS, but I don't think anyone else seems to agree with that. Prowler seems to think that they're banking on Greatbeard of Odin pulling off sick ults and then everyone else piling in on them. Which, sure. But what one mid laner does not a team comp make?
Yeah. I personally, I think 9 Lives has this one. If I had to guess just from their picks right now, I think that they just have a much better team fight comp. I know that Greybeard has done some pretty crazy things with Yone, but I don't know.
I mean, there's also, depending on what kind of itemization Nautilus is able to get into, there's also slightly more durability on 9 Lives' side.
True.
We have Burn the Heretic has redeemed 100 chat points to say that General Wally on a non-lane dominant ADC is rough. So, I suppose there could be something to be said that Xayah is not necessarily as dominating of a presence as the ADCs we have seen General Wally play in the past. So maybe there's something to that. But I mean, this is the kind of game that I've wanted since we've had the lull in ADC differentiation. Ever since ADCs got stale, we haven't had lineups like this. It's always been, okay, like I said, you want your Ashe, you want your Caitlyn, Ezreal, Lucian, Jhin sometimes. Misfortune showing up more, though. And now we
Yeah, she
have
did just get buffed, so I'm not surprised that Misfortune's picked. But Zarya definitely seems a little more unique.
right, exactly. And maybe this uniqueness is just because they believe Relexus is just going to carry the whole game on his legendary Gangplank. So, we'll see. We've had several people in chat freaking out over this Relexus, so this is all eyes are on top lane. Can Brandana keep this Gangplank in check? Is Alonzi and Great Beard of Odin being on comfort picks going to help at all? What skin will Swain use? These are all very important questions. But the most important question for you, Infinite, is you're locking in a 9 lives win?
Yeah, I think 9 lives will take this one.
Alright, that's sort of the feeling I'm having too. But we'll see who wins in a battle of comfort picks, I guess, since we've got Gangplank on that Relexus.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Like I said, I like their team build a little bit more, and everyone is crazy for Relexus's Gangplank, which he actually ended up getting. So if they lose this, it'll be a very impressive performance from Phoenix.
It's also, let's see here. Ooh, I like that Gangplank.
Yeah, that is a cool skin.
I actually like all these skins, but there's no skin on Rakan, so I guess we have to give it to Phoenix. Which is a good sign for Phoenix.
True.
So we will see what happens here. Also, the best part, let's all be honest here. The best part about Relexus getting Gangplank is that now he can't complain anymore about not getting Gangplank. He's getting his one Gangplank game. He's getting it out of his system. It'll be like if anyone ever lets Great Beard of Odin play Akali. He'll get his one Akali game.
Or if they ever allow Token to get Hecarim again.
Right. Oh, but they're just going to punish him right away. Almost with a first blood. They're going to try it. Oh, man. I don't think this is going to happen, guys. No, stop. What are you doing?
No. Yeah, I mean, they got it, but...
Well, first blood at least. That is something. But since top lane also got that counter kill, the gold difference is only 100.
And they burned 2 different ignites there.
Did burn the flash on the top lane, though. So if Warwick is able to get a gank in. But this does mean that jungle is going to be a little behind.
I'm surprised none of the Phoenix team flashed away to avoid tower shots there.
Alright, so this bot lane is going to be able to take advantage of this as well. Able to get a little bit ahead on CS. Only slightly, though. Oh, that's the other reason why Phoenix won the skins, is because this is not a good Swain skin. Disappointing, 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Swain skin. Not a huge fan of the Sejuani skin either, actually.
That's one of her more common ones I've gotten used to. It's like generally with Sejuani, you see this skin or just no skin.
Yeah. I think I would like if it weren't for her weapon. Like, the Poro is cute. I like that. I just don't like her weapon.
The treat its a weapon is a little too much for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, because you can make an argument that it's not a joke skin if you actually gave her a weapon.
Well, I don't know. The ski goggles also kind of make it a weapon. Masha has items. Game's over. Yep. Gangplank is up on CS. This is the legend that we heard about. Icy Flip once again, just spending a lot of time wandering around. Oh, Alonzi taking a big jump here. Flashes for the roar. I don't know if I agree with that at all. Relexus did a good job with that explosive barrel. So,
Meanwhile, they had a good gank mid. Greybeard of Odin was in his little shadow thing fighting Truffle, getting down a lot of damage, and Sejuani was there to knock him up as soon as he came back to his spot.
yeah. Unfortunately, we did miss that. Flash on Truffle. Great Beard, will he go down? No. I don't know if I agree with that use of his ghost. Alonzi,
Yeah, that was super risky.
Truffle making a... Oh, nice job by Alonzi to secure that. Bet he wishes he had Flash now, though. Icy Flip does a good Flash knock up there. Alonzi may end up going down here. He keeps kind of running back and forth. Good smite to get that heal. Oh, great job with that fear, too. I like that little turnaround. Using his passive as well. There's a lot of wasted time here. He's obviously going to die, but again, if he had Flash, maybe he wouldn't.
Oh my gosh, the juice
oh
right now.
How is he still alive? All right.
Oh my. You know, that was a lot of time, and he ended up still dying. But props to you, man. You danced around and delayed that so long.
Somebody timestamp that and get that on the highlight for the trifecta, which might seem a little self-serving since he's the one who does the trifecta. But I mean, that was just great. Really shows how comfortable he is with Warwick. That he knows how to do those little half a step back into full team fears.
Decent gank from Slack Source bot lane, but Nautilus just soaks the damage and then not really able to do anything with it.
Yeah, Huge was able to just, because so much durability out of that Nautilus, especially early game. Is Trufflesaurus going to gank top? Nope. Looks like they were just checking to see if Warwick was trying to take out the Herald. Right, so Relexus is only up a handful of CS right now. Nice little bit of damage there from Great Beard of Odin as well. Yeah, Gangplank's surprising durability is really helping him here. Brandana being taken low, Slackosaurus is thinking about going in. He's going to get spotted. And Brandana is fortunately paying enough attention that he goes back a hair. No dragon
Gangplank does get old though, so the other lanes have to be cautious of that.
Indeed. It's kind of like Karthus. A little bit. Maybe. A lot of bullet in the air stuff all around, actually. Oh. Not a great spot for the ult. Half boxes Brandana out of 1 or 2 CS then.
What? Worse?
Yeah, not really in the spirit of it. Another solo dragon, that's 2 today. I believe.
I think that's 3. I'm pretty sure last set we had 2.
Okay.
So I think that made 3rd.
And Great Beard of Odin has now hit 6, almost to 7. So we'll see if they start having any sort of wombo potential. Huge is also once again up here. What is with all the supports just kind of doing whatever the hell they want?
They care about the safety of that river scuttle.
Does spot out where Sejuani is, so that should give LNZ and the top lane a little bit more peace of mind. But Modric is free farming currently. Alright, here comes Wally and the crew. Great Beard of Odin once again being very aggressive. That ghost really does allow him to push into situations where you otherwise wouldn't.
Yeah, true.
I mean, obviously, it still is a risk, but it's a risk he's definitely willing to take and has been able to use to good effect. And
He also does it at very like smart positions. So even if like he does have to go back, and the time that like Sejuani was right there, he was so close to tower, she wasn't really able to capitalize too much.
yeah, and especially because he doesn't have any mana, he can just do it whenever he wants. There really isn't
Yep.
a cost to him. Ooh, big damage off on Huge. Nice job kind of pulling himself out of that dash by Icy Flip. I don't know if that was intentional. In fact, it probably wasn't, but it looked cool. Wally now finally hits 6. This is a bad time for Huge to try to dive under turret. Alright, so they just took their 1 kill. Oh, we missed up in the top here. Double move here. Relexus is probably going to get taken down. Double kill on that Warwick. So Alon Z. Comfort jungle picks making a real impact in these games today.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it's early, but I'm not seeing this gangplank play that's like so ungodly good that it needs banned every time. At least not yet.
Maybe Brandana's is a bad matchup for him. You know, Trundle is kind of weird. Not Trundle. Can't remember his name.
Okay, Rumble.
Rumble. Yes. Sorry, Trundle. Rumble.
Trundle's also kind of weird. I get it.
I've been playing a lot of Runeterra. Okay. Trundle just came out. And he works good with Aurelion Sol, who was also not picked this game. Alright.
Well, at least they're getting their spotlight in some game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Aurelion Sol is much better in Runeterra than he is in this game. It's kind of a shame, really. But, I mean, Relexus does have a nice CS advantage. It's just he's not really able to do the kill side of it yet. Looks like, come on, Icy Flip. You gonna... Okay, does put down a ward there. Does have that control ward in the brush. Big pressure on this turret, though, from Huge and Modric. Might be something rather graphic about to happen, though. Does a sweep, but misses that ward from Phoenix. Kind of awkward.
Kind of all just danced around, and it feels like everyone's too scared to, pull the trigger and try for a fight.
Might he get a good ult here? Let's see what happens. Nice little ult there. Ooh, we missed it down the bottom, though. Warwick. Alright, so this will be first turret for sure. And boom. Alright. Might be a dead slack here as well.
Yeah. Oh, good ult. Should be able to get away now.
Yeah, Alonzi has almost everything on cooldowns. Very long cooldowns, in fact.
Oh, why would you go back in there right there?
Alright, looks like I need to ban somebody else again, so I'll be going on directed camera for a moment.
Gotcha. Gangplank uses ult in order to stop them from chasing. Swain's taking real low, though. Warwick's not able to finish that off, but it does put them in a good position for contesting this dragon.
Yeah, a lot of... Ooh. Interesting jump in there by Icy Flip. Truffle's also in a little bit of trouble here. Could use a big ult there, but it's on cooldown. I don't really agree with Truffle's choice there, and now Icy Flip is going to pay for it also. And so Wally and Slack are running. Good flash. They're not the best ult I've seen from Xayah.
Yeah, I think that was more of a desperation ult. If he didn't do that, he was dead for sure. Which, I mean, it didn't save his life, but it was enough to at least trade. Pretty sure Slacksaurus had to smite to get that kill, though.
Say Token saying that Warwick should have gone Mercs. I think he's doing just fine with what he's got.
Yeah, he's 5-1. He's got more CS than the other jungler. Has had more impact.
He's got more gold than the other ADC, and both ADCs, than anyone on the game, actually.
Who, like, why Mercs? I know that it stops, stuns and stuff from lasting as long, but most of the other team, as far as damage goes, is AD, isn't it? Is Gangplank AP?
No.
His barrels are AP, aren't they?
Ooh, good dash in there by Great Beard of Odin. Wally should be able to get away, though. Very nice. Yeah, I'm not really seeing the Wally dealing the damage that's really needed right now. Looks like they're going to try to go in hard here. Big misfortune ult, though. Icy Flip dies once again. Wally, you don't want to go that forward. Alright. So, danger at the mid turret here. Relexus almost has his ult back available, so then he can be another global threat. Brandana's coming back up there to deal with that. Wally is all alone now in the mid lane. And Odin is going bot to start split pushing. Is at half health though, so maybe the Swain can contest him a little bit. Good root on that ghost, I like that. We have Token Master saying that if you're Warwick, you want the extra tenacity to help you chase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Alright, so 9 lives, who everyone felt a little more comfortable with early on here, is kind of struggling to stay in this game. We don't really feel the impact of the top Gangplank yet, because all he's been doing is hanging out top. Also taken very low by that Rumble. Good warding from both sides here, at least reasonable warding. Obviously, the warding has been better from Phoenix, but generally, when you're winning, you have that little bit of advantage. Fight going on here if you're in the top lane. Slack goes in right away here. Ult coming down on both sides. Lexus almost goes down here. Oh, that's rough.
So I'm pretty positive
well.
Phoenix knew, or Rumble knew that he was there and baited that.
Oh man, huge also. They do manage to get huge at least, alright. So 2 for 2, sort of. Can't get the mid turret though. I don't think they're going to be able to get the top either.
Very impressive play though out of Brandana and Alonzi Tardis for that top lane fight.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job. I mean, they're all the kills. 4-1 and 5-1. Once again, you got Odin on one of these spooky mid lane options, and not really getting many kills yet, but his ult has been useful in a few situations. This mid rotation is so funny to me. Icy Flip and Wally better watch out here. Do have Slack here. I'm not sure how long the control ward's been up, but they probably know that the Herald's being taken there. Not much they can do about it though. Yeah, this just feels really scary for 9 lives. This whole thing just feels like they're on the razor's edge here. Poor Icy Flip gets hit, but the turret helps quite a lot. Next, Rift Herald is here to get their second turret. Whole team being put up on Shelly's back. Slack in a good position here. Let's see if he can get anything done. Looks like he just decides to stop the Herald.
Yeah, I think they want to try and set up for a dragon contest more than anything.
Yeah, ult is available. Unfortunately, they don't have wards here, so 9 Lives doesn't know what they're walking into. They have no wards really at all. They probably saw people heading down through this brush here. But that's really all we got. There are wards everywhere for Phoenix. Yeah. Alonz can just solo this dragon. He does have a little bit of help from Modric. This will be the third dragon for Phoenix, completely uncontested. Gangplank ult is not really doing anything. If he'd used it maybe a little bit later, there could have been a chance for some sneaky last hit there.
Phoenix just really does feel like the team that plays game one and then goes, alright, now that we've played a game, we know all the weaknesses of our enemy team. Let's exploit it.
One could argue that, yeah, you get the band scouts in. But, you know, at the same time, it's just, you know, both the comps in this game too are so different. I don't know how much of what they're doing is tactical planning and how much of it is just, well, you know, they didn't ban Yone or Warwick, so let's go with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ooh, good damage there. Shuffle does manage to get the ult off, but not quite able to take it out. See, a Gangplank ult there would be really good. And bot lane is just getting destroyed though now. 9 Lives actually making a very good showing here in this mid lane. Though that's what Wally needed.
Yep.
I think that could be a sign of good things to come for 9 Lives. Wally getting those 2 kills. And now they're going to have their little dance. Oh, it's so cute. Nope, never mind. Icy Flip just finished the dance, man. Nope, alright. Why is the most aggressive bot lane this split playing Xayah Rakan? Asks Burn the Heretic. Don't you believe in love, Burn the Heretic? Everything doesn't have Oh, you're giving a real answer? Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, kinda. I'm kinda understanding why he's saying that question though. Like, General Wally is a really good ADC, really aggressive ADC player, and I feel like he's just kind of been stuck in a rut or something these last few games. Because he hasn't really been ahead. He hasn't shined over the other ADCs like I feel like he could.
Waller's gonna have to make a little bit of a run for it here. Does have Icy Flip there to help. Ooh, Great Beard Odin just kind of dives in there blind. Could have been half the enemy team waiting for him. Swain might have been there for all he knew.
Yeah. Ballsy.
He does have flash available. He could have theoretically flashed right back over the brush. Might have been alright. Alright, so Alonz, who really is one of the heroes for Phoenix in this game game 2. We're at a 4.5k gold lead. I don't think they're ready for Baron yet, though. I think that they're not quite in that position just yet. Would like to see 9 Lives start to get some turrets. That mid turret is very low. I feel like if they get a ward or 2 down, the Wally and Icy Flip could take one.
Huge taking a ton of damage from this Baron just for clearing a ward.
Baron likes having wards. It's part of his collection. Ooh, good stun there. This could be another turnaround they need here. But all of the flashes are able to be used by Alonz, getting himself out of that situation. More low health coming in here. Slackosaurus is actually causing a lot of really good engagements here. Everyone is getting away though because they aren't quite enough in position to take advantage of it. Lots of going back. I feel like 9 Lives is spending a lot of time going back.
Yeah. I also feel like Reluxus hasn't really landed many of his ults in a spot where they've actually mattered.
Mm-hmm. That's really a problem I found when I play Gangplank overall, is that so rarely does it feel like your ults end up dealing enough damage, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you need to be in a situation where you're hitting a lot of slowed enemies, this, that, and the other.
Or place it, like in that example we just had, he placed it, right there in order to try to block the exit, but he didn't place it far enough back.
Right.
So by the time that it actually started going down, they were already completely clear of it.
Oh, nice bits of damage here on Huge. Might be able to take him out just before Dragon. Does land the knockup. Great Beard of Odin is in a position to try to help, but wisely does not go in. Top turret is destroyed. 3 turrets now for Phoenix. Will there be a steal here? They have several abilities that can help them go over the wall. Red team does manage to get the dragon, but big damage taking out the Rakan immediately. Great Beard of Odin is trying to go in here. Phoenix very low, taken out on that Alon-Z. Modric is trying to get away as well. Big play here from Brandana. Takes out Relexus, who would come in to help as well. Slack is not able to get anything done. Wally is going to go down perhaps. Truffle managed to kill Modric while none of us were looking, but I don't think that's this Swain can take 3-on-1. Yeah, if anything, his abilities hurt him here. Should not have forced that. Should have maybe tried to go top and back out. So they managed to get the Warwick, but Brandana continues to look unkillable. We have insight into Relexus' play strategy. He likes to ult for the slow and then follow up with barrels in team fights. I would love to see that, Lindsay.
Yeah, I think that's a great strategy, but most of his ults have been very far away from him. Like, they've been in situations where he's not going to be part of that fight.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Relexus looks like how I look when I play Gangplank. And, I'd love to see him involved in some team fights, but he's been exiled up in the top lane, getting his face kicked in. So, will this turn around? Will this momentum change? 9 Lives needs to start getting some turrets. They aren't pushing any of the right lanes. Lindsay commenting that, surprise, not as many teleports for global plays. Nope. Uncontested Baron. Completely missed it because no one was doing anything. Relexus does grab Gangplank turrets, or a turret with Gangplank. Does have teleport available. No one seems to care. They are doing a hard push straight down mid. And Alon-Z is going great into that back line to grab the Icy Flip right away. Stopwatch is overpowered. Call your congressman. They do manage to kill Yone. Truffle is still alive, as is Wally, but there's a lot of damage coming out here. Slack is taken out. Both of you need to go back and heal right now while Relexus holds the line. An ult would be good here. Looks like he did throw one down. I'm not sure exactly where it was, though. Does manage to pick off Huge.
But you just traded top laner for support there, so this is looking pretty grim.
Good Vision of Empire there, but Alon-Z and Brandana are both so fed. Icy Flip coming in to try to help. Swain can't do anything either. 7-1, 7-2. The robots that are supposed to be fuzzy creatures come in with a vengeance. Phoenix is just absolutely destroying this game with their great job. You gotta start banning this Warwick, guys. I think that's the one of the lessons we're learning here. You gotta start banning this Warwick.
There's a lot of players in the LCUS to do very well with Warwick, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Warwick's made some nice plays today. And so tanky as well. Almost 3,000 health. What's Sedge at? About the same, give or take.
Honestly, though, in my opinion, Brandana is the one that's truly dominating. Like, his Rumble play today, his ultimates have been perfectly placed each time. So...
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, great ultimates, great use of his fire abilities to spread that AoE damage around. And, I mean, it goes kind of in the 1-2 punch sort of way. We've had Alon-Z going around and locking down that early game. And now we have Brandana, after getting numerous kills up in the top lane, now just being such an unbelievable force. He's a scare. I don't think that Nine Lives has an answer. I don't think there's anyone on their team who can go head-to-head with Brandana in a cage match. And obviously this is a team game, they don't have to do that, but eventually you have to kill him, and while you're killing him, what's the rest of their team doing? Oop. Slack trying to go in a little bit there, doesn't manage to get anything done. Good pull there. They keep picking on Huge a little bit here. I don't necessarily mind that. Big ult. Alright, this is the play that they're going to try to make to get things to happen. Odin is going to get taken out first here, I'm pretty sure. In fact, they're just turning around to focus specifically on him. Got to get something. Good pull there on the Misfortune. Truffle does not able to get too much else done here. Kind of holding pattern. Oh, good job popping that ult a little bit early. Wally goes in there as well. Everyone is so weak, though.
Huge shutdown just went. I believe Truffle's the one that got that.
Alright, can they get the dragon? Red team steals the dragon. Teleport's coming in as well. Here comes Relexus. Take out LNZ, and you've got a shot here. Misses the pull, unfortunately, but they do chase. Double chase. Oh, the shutdown on Relexus is the gangplank time now. Unfortunately, they don't have any minions.
Great plays. Definitely gives them a chance back at this game, but they don't really have anywhere they can go on the map to do anything now. They have to go back, clear the waves, and kind of just wait.
All right, let's check out the gold here. With all of that just happened, Relexus is now within 300 gold of Brandana. So that's huge. Any gold deficit was completely wiped away. The bot lane with General Wally also has the advantage over on the Misfortune. You probably could guess that from the gold as well. But Alonzi is still a very big threat with his significant gold lead over Slackosaurus. But alright, so we might have some momentum coming back here. 9 Lives getting the wind back in their sails a little bit. And 3 dragons to 2. This is probably the closest game we've had so far today.
Yeah, this one's very close. I do think that fight could have gone differently had Greatbeard of Odin not been caught out completely alone before the fight even could really go on.
Well, it seemed like he had made that choice, because he was running away, and then they were kind of turning on Huge, and so he decided to come back. And we can have some scholars argue about whether or not that was the right choice. Obviously, in this instance, it wasn't, but I don't know if having a Huge die would have worked out too well either.
Well, right. I think if there had been more communication, it could work.
Ooh, big ults going on down here. Wally actually jumps out of the fight, which is going to go very well for him here. They take out the Modric. LNZ decides to take a risky fight all by himself. Relexus is on a rampage. Damage is dealing out. Relexus is now chasing. I think a big thing that we're getting from this gangplank is he's surviving the fights. I mean, if the gangplank is the one left standing, he's the one getting the gold.
Yep.
Now, this game isn't necessarily over by any stretch of the imagination. But it'll be interesting to look back and see what the moment was where Phoenix kind of lost their iron grip on the game.
This could be... Okay, Rumble's gonna decide not to go in.
Wise choice, I think.
I think if he had been there a little bit sooner, he would have... That would have been a pretty good moment for him. Everyone under half health, Baron still up, could have gotten the steal with his ult.
Because, I mean, the big switch around, obviously, that we all have stuck in our heads is that what happened in bot with, like we said, Greatbeard of Odin getting picked off rather than letting Huge die. So maybe they should have just let Huge die, then all the shutdown gold would still be in their own pockets. Could have had an interesting fight at Dragon.
True.
But
they were about 7,000 gold ahead at some point, and now the difference is 2.
Mm-hmm.
So big comeback right now.
Yep, absolutely. Obviously, the game is, like I said, not over. But they are moving very well as a group. That's the other thing. Relexus is finally getting involved in fights. He hadn't really been too involved in fights until just now, but now they're pushing aggressively. They have the Baron buff, which is going to help them just drive down this lane.
Whenever they drafted this team, the reason I gave them the win and said that I even liked it in the first place was because they have a very great team fight team, and they just really haven't done that yet, so it's good to see them finally roaming together.
Yeah, I mean, that could be one of the big changes when the game's kind of swung back in their favor, is because the game got so bad they had to start team fighting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, but now they might be coming behind. There was a moment there where they're going for Dragon, but they realized that Phoenix is going for the throat. All they've got is a Sejuani holding the line here, though. They managed to buy just enough time just through the durability of an inhibitor. Big ult coming in here. Icy Flip hitting in as much as he can. Damage is coming up all over the place. Huge taken very low. Trufflesaurus is taken very low as well. Does end up using that Zanya's effect. Are they going to end up taking down any members of the team? They managed to get one of them. All that's left is Alonzi, and Warwick, no matter how fed, cannot take down 4-on-1.
That was a very weird call. They knew that they were behind them. They knew that they were about to get collapsed if they pushed. I mean, they got inhib for it, but they paid for inhib with 4 lives.
Yeah, maybe they should have rotated. Well, they didn't have a minion wave there. But I was going to say maybe going top would have been better.
I think they should have just forced the fight at Dragon.
Instead we have Slack taking Dragon solo. Inhibitor is not quite taken out. Is Alonzi going to beeline to Dragon? The damage is slow enough, but I don't think it's worth sacrificing himself to steal it.
Well, it is soul point for them, so it definitely could be.
Teleport's going to hurt him bad. Here comes Relexus. Alonzi is just getting beaten on too much. Yep. Too much CC.
Legendary.
Yeah, he waited way too long. He needed to ult over as soon as the teleport came through.
Well, even then, flashes were available. So
yeah.
He still would have died.
Yeah, but that at least would have put him on the side where the dragon was, and maybe he could have, you know, smite stolen before dying.
Alright, so we have, we had a game that was originally 10-3, I believe, and now we're 28-27. 3 dragons apiece, turrets almost equal as well. First gold lead for 9 lives of the game, I believe.
Yeah, so that 7,000 difference now, you know, now they're behind by 2, so 9,000 gold flip. I don't know if we've seen that in the LCUS, at least not for a while.
Yeah, we generally don't have very many intense comebacks like this. But yeah, I mean, 9 lives has not stopped being grouped. This whole game, ever since they started getting their comeback going. They have stayed 3-man, 5-man, and there isn't any way to take advantage of this lineup if they can't get picks when it comes to Phoenix's side. They need to find someone who's off on their own.
Now, another thing to point out, now they are also at soul point for Mountain Drake, and they've picked up the last 3, so, you know, they're getting a ton of armor and magic resist. So
Alright.
the team that already looked better for team fights is now just becoming harder and harder to kill.
Yeah, but we might have a big team fight here. Inhibitor's going to go down almost instantly. Who's going to start the engagement? Who's going to cause the trigger that sets all of these dominoes tumbling down? I'm not even going to have the score screen up right now. There's blood in the water here. Will it be decided at Baron? Looks like there might be talk to set up at Baron. Icy Flip being out of position. This is the first big opening that 9 Lives has given. Actually,
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Icy, go back to your team.
all right, let's see what happens here. Baron is up. There is no ward on it for 9 lives. Looks like they're going to try to collapse in here. Huge is going to flash forward for some reason. That's questionable. Misfortune also does nothing. This is absolutely going to be game. 9 lives has no chance, losing their entire bot lane on misplays, I'm going to say. Alright, so all that's left are the 3 of the most fed people on the team against an entirely fed and vengeful 9 lives who have smelled blood for the last 10 minutes. Rolex has taken very low. Slack chase back as well. Gregory Bowden trying to get down to see if there's any sort of ult. Big ult there. They do manage to take out 3 members of the team. Brandana is going down as well. Can L on Z manage to take this out? There's too much damage. With General Wally still alive, I'm pretty sure that's going to be game. Huge will not have the ability to handle this himself. Misfortune is another 10 seconds, but Brandana is here as well. Icy Flip goes down, but the double dash ult manages to take it out. Icy Flip is going to get down. There is no one left to save them. 9 lives. The comeback of the split and possibly of the last several splits.
Man, what a game. Honestly, great effort there at the end from the Rumble and Warwick. They did everything right. Great Beard of Orden, great play with his ult on the Yone, but it's just not enough when it's a 3v5.
Yeah, just imagine how much different that would have been if 9 lives had like the or not 9 lives, if Phoenix had the misfortune still alive. That would have been a very interesting finale thanks to that Yone ult. Graphs, we see that big damage coming out of Brandana. Absolutely massive.
My lord, that is so much. General Wally also having a ton of damage.
And we'll do a quick check on the warding. Yep, 99 vision score from the Nautilus. Very well done. All right, and unlike last week, we do have a interview for our last game here with Slackosaurus. So let's hop over there. Hey Slack, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, I'm guessing most people only really want to talk about that second game. So let's start there. When do you guys think the turning point was for you?
Okay. Turning point. So we tried to early game. We honestly, me personally, I was trying to do a lot more than I probably should have, but realistically, we failed a couple of ganks, especially that gank topside where I was sitting in bush, and then so was Warwick. That was super unfortunate. Right after that play, in comms, we all said we're like, all right, we gotta stop trying to force things. We gotta slow it down. We slowed it down. We stopped doing fights. We let them have Mountain. We knew that they were at Soul Point, but we were really calm and collected in the comms, talking about like, hey, when we get into it, we can team fight at Soul Point, and Wally and Rolex both were very confident that we'd be able to win that team fight. Thankfully, we were able to get a really good pick, so it just was pick after pick on pick.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There certainly was a domino effect there. Going into the champ select for this game, there was a lot of questions about the bot lineup.
Yeah.
You don't really see the Xayah that much anymore, at least in the LCUS. So what was the thought process for your team going into that?
Yeah, so honestly, we were trying to bait a Xayah ban for a second rotation. So we, after we did our first round of picks, we were sitting there and we thought that they'd be trolling if they didn't ban the Volibear again. But I kind of I knew that I'd be able to pick the Sejuani because they weren't gonna pinch me. They were gonna definitely pinch Wally. Surprisingly enough, they banned the Volibear, and honestly, they fell into our trap into banning Caitlyn because realistically, like Caitlyn is definitely not Wally's best AD carry, but I guess people still fear it. Don't know why. But right when we got into it, we harbored the Zaya, hoping that they were gonna take that, and then we knew we were gonna last pick AD carry. We saw how much engage. We kind of were like, wait, Zaya's actually kind of not troll here, and so we took it. Obviously, it worked out really well.
I have a question. Let's go back to game one.
Yeah.
Pick and bans first, or the first set of bans go through, and the infamous gangplank is left up for you all to snag, and you all first pick Lucian.
Yeah.
What was going on with that?
Yeah, due to some very serious scouting reports, we found that there was probably going to be a potential of a top lane Lucian. And if there was going to be a top lane Lucian, then we were just going to do GP.
Gotcha. So you pick that, which I kind of called afterwards. I was like, this we've seen Brandana play Lucian before, and he's very very strong on it. So it's probably a pick that worked as a pick and ban. But Relexus didn't even end up playing Lucian, so that's why I believe your all's last pick that first set was like Leona or something.
Yeah. So
we were shocked that you didn't just immediately pick the Lucian, and then for your third pick also pick Gangplank.
yeah, we kind of. I mean, obviously, like Lucian is a flex pick, and obviously Brandana has shown that. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, if we have a pick that's able to be hidden, we wanted to hold it to last moment.
I mean, it worked out. He ended up getting Rise and did work on that as well. So very, very.
So, yeah, great job with that comeback. You guys have any you want have any shout outs you want to do, Slug?
Yeah, honestly, we listened to literally everyone on the team. Listened to kind of the let's talk about League. And it kind of grinded us the wrong way when we heard that kind of just 9 lives was being overlooked, and that it was too easy in the mid lane, or not mid lane, but against us in general. And I'm not gonna lie, we kind of all weren't on the same page. Today we did a lot of talking, and hopped in, and we all kind of did some scouting for about like an hour before the game, and went into it calm, collected. We're determined not to go 0-2 again. So, I mean, hey, other people are 0-4, but 9 lamps are 2-2.
Yeah, I really respect that. Really respect that. One thing that I don't like is when people immediately ride out a team, especially from 1 week of performance. You don't know what all went on or what's going on with players. So good job on you guys coming back and saying, hey, you guys don't view us as a threat. All right, cool, good.
And assuming
I
put the scoreboard together correctly, you guys are currently in 3rd place. So
yeah,
congratulations on that after last week. And one last thing that we'll use as a preview for next week. We have in the chat Gregosaurus asking, when option 12 smashes you 2-0 next week, will you and Truffle remove Rex from your name?
I appreciate it that he has faith. Okay. But so I'm gonna be optimistic here. I'm gonna not necessarily be optimistic. I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're gonna 2-0 them. Let me ask this: what happens if we 1-1?
What happens if you 2-0 them?
True,
It's not impossible.
So if we 2-0 them, does he just remove Saurus from his name and he just is Greg?
Greg Rex. Well, if you 2-0 them, you'll be in 2nd then. So you'll be
True. Yeah.
moving on up.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, like real talk. O12 isn't gonna win. Next week. They definitely won't 2-0 us. They might be able to take a game, and that's I'm not gonna lie. Even when we finished game one, we were like, "Damn, we messed up." And then it hit game two, and like while we like in comms during the game, we were like, we messed up here, we messed up there, but obviously it's gonna be a matter of us doing some VOD reviews, fixing what we need to do, and honestly, depending on how the rest of the week goes with practice and the rest of VOD reviews, I don't really see O12 beating us whatsoever.
All right. Well, we'll see if that comes to pass. Congratulations once again on a very exciting set of games, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
All right, and with that, we are done with this week of games. I have the scoreboard up here. So we got Northern Storm, assuming I did all the math correctly. We got Northern Storm in a very dominating first place with 6 points. Option 12 is in second with 4. Then we got 9 lives, White Wolf, Phoenix, and Blitzkrieg. So will this be a repeat of Split 1? Will Northern Storm go undefeated all the way?
I definitely think there's a chance. They need to. I've sound like a broken record on this, but teams that don't stay somewhat humble tend to fall. So if they can keep taking it seriously, and not get too big headed about their wins, yeah, I definitely see some crazy things coming out.
Well, I'll be very excited to see because 9 lives with that comeback. I think that they've, especially with the interview we just had, I think Slack showed that they've got a good set of thoughts on their shoulders. They're keeping their options open and being serious, and I think that's a great mindset to have. And of course, it's still anyone's split. Got a number of weeks to go yet. Anything can happen.
True. Definitely true.
So yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed. On Wednesday, 7 Central, we have Let's Talk About the League, right? I think that's what it's called.
Yep.
And look out for the content that comes out throughout the week. I'm loving the engagement we're having. Chat is so much more alive than it has been in previous splits. Love to see it. Infinite, you want a last word here?
Just overall great performances tonight. The comeback was one of the best we've seen in LCUS history, probably. So 9 Lives definitely showing that they are not a team that you can just laugh about. But yeah, never count anyone out in this league. So can't wait for next week's set of games, and we'll see you all then.
Yep. Y'all have a good night.